Hi everyone, this video is just to show one of my prop controller enclosures. This is built into a CG-1000 box. I sell those on the DA Share website. They're not very expensive, I think they're $30 something plus delivery. Anyway, this has got in a DC-DC converter and a pixel controller, which is based on the ESPixelStick, which is pretty popular sort of thing. So I'm using this there firmware. It's an ESP8266 module plugged into a board of my design because I wanted a DIN rail style board, mounting board. So it's got regulator, fuses, the pixel output connector that I like using, the input DC input there, and the switches for resetting it and programming or whatever in the programming header. So that sort of works out quite neatly. So I've got 24 volts coming into this unit, so it comes in via this 2-pin Deutsch connector. It's a fairly common sort of automotive connector. You can see I've marked on there 24 volts, so I remember that this is a 24 volt in unit and it does have the DC converter built on, because once it's up in the air and the lid's shut you can tend to forget those sort of things. And that comes into the DC converter, drops it down to 12 volts there. Now I've got a 12 volt feeding straight back out again. I've marked that 12 volt female connector, and that just feeds a couple of lasers in my 2019 display. It did anyway, not sure what I'll be doing for 2020. So it just feeds 12 volts out to run some local lights just to point in another direction or something that had nothing to do with what the pixel controller itself. So the 12 volts also feeds into the pixel controller. It's got pixel out, and I've written on there on the pixel out connector, that's a 4-pin Raywu type connector, one of the 15mm series. So I've written 12 volts on there as well to remind me it's fused with 12 volt pixels. I try and mark things 12 volts, 5 volts, 24 volts, whatever they are. So it just saves mistakes. So that all mounts on the DIN rail. It just clips in. That DC-DC converter I bought off AliExpress. The little circuit board there and clips I made up. The circuit board I designed up. The clips you can buy off eBay probably. So it's just a way of making this DC-DC converter nice DIN rail mountable. So you can just undo these DIN rail items by just putting a screwdriver down there and flicking that little latch forward, and then it'll unlatch it and let you to pull the whole thing up. Then put it back in place, you just click it back down and away it goes. So I like having things on DIN rail, so all of my controllers and enclosures now are sort of based on that. So again, that's the CG-1000. That sort of fits nicely. What I did on the back of this box, it was a bit rough because I was sort of doing it, I think I might have done this one up in the air when it was half attached, as I sort of ran the drill bit through those pillars there, those little bits there, because I wanted to run a cable tie through. I didn't want to run it through that one or that one, because that goes through to the inside of the box, and the second you drill through there you'd have to try and seal it, and things would get in and rain would just come down and naturally go into the box. So that's a way of doing it without breaking the seal. As you can see, I've just gone through the edge. It's a pretty bodgy job there. I should have actually done it probably down on the ground with or on a drill press, would have been a lot neater, but it did the job. It stayed up there. So I just used releasable cable ties. I just passed them through and around the streetlight pole to attach it up there. So I didn't bother with a lock or anything. It was way up in the air. It was like 2.5 meters up in the air. If someone's that tall that they can just walk along and open it, well, good luck to them. So, but yeah, having everything with connectors on there means I can just go and put the pixel mesh up, go and attach this on top, zip tie it around, plug in a few connectors, and away we go. So when it comes time to breaking it down, same thing, just in reverse. So thanks for watching.